Heikin Ashi candles, yes, that's actually how it's pronounced in Japanese, are amazing Japanese candlesticks that average price action and roll it into the next candle. For all of you that love using smooth moving averages like an SMA line, then you're really gonna like Heikin Ashi. But I have some bad news for you in this video. The reality is that Heikin Ashi, or HA candlesticks, if the pronunciation is getting to you, they're lying to you. They're actually not reflecting actual price action. Because they're looking at averaged price action from the previous candle and putting into the next candle, while it can show us an on average price moving up higher, it can show us show us the strength of the trend that's happening right now. It does not reflect actual price. And this is a danger. You're going to see lots of other videos here on YouTube of other YouTubers, faceless YouTubers, reading a script, talking about Heikin Ashi candles and how it's the best trading strategy ever. I have a newsflash for you. They're not. They're lying to you. Now, do I use Heikin Ashi candles? Nope. But do I see value in using them? Yes, in the same way I see value in using Renko blocks. Again, it's not Renko, it's Renko. I'll get to all this stuff later. And the other weird candlestick options that are there on TradingView. So I want to go into that in this video today. So buckle up. Here we go. The standard candle setting that we use on TradingView is by default the best one. The reason why it starts off with this one and not Heikin Ashi, not volume candles, not a line, not area, all this stuff is because traditional Japanese candlesticks are amazing. They do 4 things really well. And we have to talk about these 4 things first before we can start talking about Heikin Ashi. The main things that a candlestick will do is it tells us where the open is, the close, the high, and the low. Now, if you're on TradingView and you can't see this information, all you need to do is you right-click over here on the ticker or near it, and you'll be able to see the chart values. So when you click chart values, you'll see OHLC. Now, this is typical phrasing for it: open, high, low, close, but that to me seems weird. Here's the open, here's the high, here's the low, here's the close. It's like whiplash. But the main things that we need to pay attention to are the open. Now, you'll notice for a green candle, this is the Western way of doing things. And actually in Europe, not Europe, in China, I believe, they actually flip this. In Japan, I believe they flip it too, which is weird. Even though I do live in Japan, I use the Western way. This is way easier for me to visualize, but there are benefits to having it flipped. I'll talk about that in a second. But the main purpose of this is that the open on a green candle is at the bottom of the thick body that's right here. And the open on a red candle is at the top of this thick body. Now, why are they called candles? Well, it's because they kind of resemble a candlestick. And these candlesticks were actually developed by Japanese rice merchants hundreds of years ago to predict when price action could be changing to benefit trade. And many different candlestick patterns were created, noticing a lot of similar price action. So basically putting a name to the face. You're seeing this happen all the time. Oh, we're going to call it a marubozu. We're going to call it a doji. We're going to call it a shooting star. We're going to call it a hammer, all this stuff. Now, there are fantastic books about Japanese candlesticks, but in the scope of crypto, I never use them. Not once. Now, if you are focusing on Bitcoin and Bitcoin alone, then maybe you might be able to successfully identify a doji that actually turns out to be a real doji, which is a candle that expresses a lack of trend, a lack of indecision. It's usually bearish, but doesn't always have to be. Sometimes we might get an actual hammer like here, and the price goes up higher, only to get rejected. Sometimes you might see a shooting star, but price action on crypto is so volatile and so ugly that I really struggle to justify using Japanese candlestick patterns. And you'll see people talk about it, and everyone has their own favorite flavor of ice cream that they love to use for charting. I get it. But for me, I know it. I don't use it. So let's talk about the difference between regular, good old candles and Heikin Ashi. At first glance, they look nearly identical, but if you've been looking at charts for a long time, then this should look very strange to you, because all of a sudden we have these thick red candles that are all kind of like sloping together right here. If you just take the drawing tool right here, you can actually see that there's this weird sloping action that happens, whether it's for the top side or the downside. It's almost like, oh, that looks weird. It's almost as if there's some sort of like Bollinger Band on it that's expanding and contracting. I think that's the best way to think about it. When we look at Heikin Ashi candles, these candles are looking at the previous day's price action and it's rolling it into this current one. Now, there is a very important distinction between Heikin Ashi and normal candlesticks. If we take this candlestick right here on the 6th of November, we can see that the open says $68,000 and the close is at $72K. Now, when we flip the switch and we go to regular candles, of course, we're going to lose all that stuff. And we look here, this is actually not the case at all. The open was actually at $69K. The close is at $75K. This looks completely different compared to what we just saw. And I'm going to go ahead and do a side-by-side comparison here. And we're going to use Heikin Ashi down below, and we're going to use standard candlesticks up above. This will be a little bit easier. So we want to go to this date right over here. So we have to go back. There you go. So this is the weird thing that happens when it comes to Japanese candlesticks versus Heikin Ashi. Again, they're both Japanese. But the point being that when we're looking at price action, especially with HA candles, we are being lied to. Look, right here. On Thursday, November 7th, it was a close of 0.38. But for Heikin Ashi, it's a 4% close. Right here, 0.86%. Right here, 0.80%. Then we have 0.2. This one is 0.2. So yes, it looks like it's almost the same, but really looking at this price action, 73K to 76K, that's really a 4% close right here. So when we look at this visually, why do they do it this way? What is the point of using HA candles? Well, the point goes to the trend. Trend trading is something that is near and dear to my heart. As you can tell, this book that's always behind me, I highly recommend reading this book. Now, with that said, I never use HA candles, mainly because they are deceptive. They don't show me the true price action, but they do show you the average movement of price. And because of that, they can be incredibly useful for swing trading, not for scalping. When you're using this on a faster time frame, if we drop this down to the 5-minute time frame, the problem with this is that when you're scalping and you're looking for really quick moves, you want to make sure that you're getting the exact price that's on the chart, not some average price. There are benefits to this, maybe on scalping or maybe with scalping, but to be honest, the daily time frame is the best time frame when it comes to using HA candles. So here's a great example of why it's a good idea. So again, down below, HA, up above, these are traditional candlesticks. And let's just get both of these lined up perfectly. There we go. Now you'll notice right off the bat that a nice thing that happens here with HA candlesticks is right here on the 10th of April, we can see that we have a green close and it's just green, 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 green. One red on the 16th, right there on the line, then everything else stays green. Compared to this where we have lots of Christmas lights going off, right? Green, red, green, red, green, green, red, red, green, 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 red, 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 red. The nice thing about Heikin Ashi candlesticks is that you can visually see the trend and the strength thereof. When we have a big impulse, like right here, we see that big impulse reflected, and the next day is super duper weak. But on HA candlesticks, it's much greater. Even though the price is stalling up here, not doing much, HA candles are telling us, well, we did have some previous action the day before, so don't forget that there is a strong uptrend in place. So do you see how this is a little bit deceptive? There's another problem with this too. If you're trying to automate your trades like I do with all trading, there's a link to sign up for that in the description below. I've already made videos about all trading on this channel and also on the Coin Bureau Trading channel, of which I'm one of the hosts. When you're using alerts on an HA candle layout, Heikin Ashi candle layout on TradingView, you're going to get some alerts at some weird prices that don't reflect the actual price. This can be really bad and disastrous, especially if you have a fixed take profit target and your back tester, your strategy on TradingView looks amazing. It looks like, oh yeah, this is going to work out beautifully because I'm using HA candles. Trust me, every strategy looks incredible and everything looks so much easier with HA. But the reality is that it's glossing over the surface. It's like one of those AI touch-ups that makes your skin look like shiny and plastic and weird, or it's not reflecting what's actually on your face. Stop staring at my face. This is really awkward now. But the main thing you need to know is that HA candles are good for identifying the strength of a trend, but they're bad for signals. They're also bad for taking trading advice from, in my opinion. I never trade with them because they don't reflect the true price. There's another caution I need to share with you before we look into some other candles. And this leans, or rather, this is a good transition into those other things. But before we get there, I want to make sure that you don't miss out on the deals that are available on the Coin Bureau website at coinbureau.com. The link for this is in the description below. There are lots of fantastic deals, including access to the Coin Bureau Club, which is a Discord server with tons of content that is shared by Dan, who's the other co-host of the Coin Bureau Trading channel, of which I'm a host, Guy and Nick, and other analysts sharing insights as well. There are lots of other exchanges that you can sign up for. Plus, there's a 10% discount at thebettertraders.com, of which that's my company, that's my deal. So our course, 50 Minutes to Financial Freedom, you can save 10% off that course by clicking this link that's only available to all of you fantastic people at Coin Bureau. So the last thing that we need to be careful about when using Heikin Ashi is understanding that when we use indicators like a moving average, while there might not be a drastically different effect, especially with a smooth moving average, there is an effect. And we do see that there is a lot more smoothing going on here with the smooth moving average, where it looks a little bit more jagged here when we're looking at normal candlesticks. But it's not just an SMA. It's actually with like other indicators like the TBO. So if I put the TBO on the Heikin Ashi chart, and I'm going to go ahead and hide all this stuff so we can see things a little bit better because I have everything stacked. If we look at the two, we actually get signals happening at about the same spot, but we're also missing some signals. We're also getting extra ones on Heikin Ashi. There's a danger when we use indicators and we use strategies and things like that, because while we might see some signals work well, we're also going to get false information using HA candles. And the same thing applies if we're going to go crazier with our exploration into candlesticks to do something like Renko blocks, which I mentioned before. Renko blocks are down here. It looks like Renko. It's Renko, which actually means like a brick. These candlesticks look incredible. I am serious. These are some of the best and most beautiful candlesticks you could ever wish for, because it literally just goes up and down, up and down. But again, appearances can be deceiving. One candle, and this is the daily chart, one candle here shows that this is Tuesday, October the 29th, and then the next candle is Friday, November 8th. I thought this is the daily chart. No. Renko blocks are putting Heikin Ashi candles to shame. These are trend-based blocks, and we have to understand with this that we are not actually seeing the daily price action. Even if we were to go to something like the hourly, we're actually not getting the true hourly price action either. It's going to look amazing, but the reality is that we're not getting all the information here. We're skipping some days even on the hourly. Do not be deceived, you guys. When you see stuff like this, it looks amazing and it looks so easy for trading. It's like, oh yeah, the trend's really going here. We're just going up and down. If charts looked like this, we'd all be rich. Let's be honest. And this is not reflecting actual price action. And that's why we need to be extremely careful. Now, what about these volume weighted candles over here? Now, let's see if it's actually going to respond to me. Listen to me, I say. There we go. These are actually reflecting price, but the main difference with these is that we have some candles that are horizontally fatter and some that are skinnier. This is reflecting how much volume is being expressed per each candle. Now, visually, this is going to look really weird, especially with the TBO, because we have these dotted lines and stuff. But if you're someone that really appreciates visual information, these candles, totally fine. It's going to look weird. It's going to look kind of like a Salvador Dali painting a little bit, where some are thin and some are thick. But the purpose of this is, again, it's showing accurate price action, and it's just expanding the horizontal width of these candles to show how much volume is being injected into these. But really, we're going between Heikin Ashi and we're going between regular candlesticks. So to summarize, Heikin Ashi are okay for helping us to determine the trend. But there are also lots of other trend-based tools that we can use, like the TBO indicator that's over there, like moving averages, all those great indicators that we already know and use. While we can use Heikin Ashi to gauge the strength of the trend, remember that we're actually not seeing accurate price action reflected on this chart. While it looks amazing, looks can be deceiving. So be extremely cautious and careful following anyone's advice about recommending, oh yeah, use H8 candles on this time frame and you will never lose. Be really careful about that. And understand that they're still valid and they're still good to use, but with a zoomed out approach, looking at the daily time frame, looking at the weekly time frame, because Bitcoin is known to be pretty volatile, I've heard. So it's helpful to see what is the general strength of the trend. Is it really on a strong uptrend, even though there might be some candles that are doing nothing in between? But again, H8 candles will take an average of all that price action to show you the strength of that uptrend or the lack thereof to confirm that, things are looking a little bit shaky. I understand this is a little bit on the trading side, but that's because you're talking to, or rather you're listening to a guy from the Coin Bureau Trading channel. And I do encourage you to subscribe to our channel, Coin Bureau Trading. The link for that is down below. And until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.